boy, it has been a day, I'll tell you. The energy was pretty heavy at work, and my saving grace right now is that I get to go home and go through my envelope that I got from the online seed swap. So I'm going to stop right here at the church and get me a $10 spaghetti dinner that benefits their nonprofit, and then I'm heading home to go through some seeds. See you in a minute. Hi, so welcome back to my channel. I made it home and I am so excited to share with you all of the seeds that I got through an online seed swap. So if you're new, my name is Kathy. I make videos about my life as a 50-something divorced pre-retirement Generation Xer. And I have a garden and I've been preparing for it. If you've seen some of my other videos, I've got a ton of tomato plants and a ton of pepper plants growing right now. So why am I even thinking about other seeds? Because those are going to harden off in my little trailer greenhouse that I'm going to put together this coming weekend. And I'm going to move them outside so that I can make room under the grow lamps for some additional seeds. So I got the Johnny's seed catalog in the mail the same day as I got the seed swap seeds in. And it's my inspiration guide, but I'll tell you, seeds are so expensive. $6, $6.95. Gosh, they're just so expensive. So I find that the easiest way to get seeds is to save your own seeds and then share them in a swap. So I'm on Instagram and I follow Spencer Sows. This is the third year that she has hosted an online seed swap, and I have gotten seeds from all over the place. In fact, this year I'm growing some of the peppers and some of the tomato seeds that I got last year in that swap. So I'm super excited to share these with you. What's really cool about an online seed swap, or any seed swap for that matter, is that you get seeds that maybe you ordinarily wouldn't have thought of trying. So I'm going to go through here. I've got some really interesting seeds. I'm going to start with this pack here. It's a purple hull pea. It's a southern pea. We eat a lot of purple hull peas here in the South. So this is a nice little package of purple hull peas. Here is a packet of blanket flower, and they're yellow. And they were harvested. This seed was harvested in 2024. So a lot of the seed swappers will put their Instagram handle on their packet, as well as when their seeds were harvested. This year I shared my Chadwick cherry tomato seeds because I had such a prolific crop last year that I was able to save a lot of seeds. And I'm so glad I saved those seeds, and I'm so glad that's what I shared this year, because I know those seeds germinated really well because I have a ton of tomato plants over here. Here is the Little Marvel shelling pea. I got some of these last year. This is from Hummingbird Rancho. Who would have ever thought that we would be sharing dandelion seeds? Dandelion is good for a lot of different things, so I've been told, but I haven't tried it yet. These are dandelion seeds. Yes, the weeds that we've killed with Roundup for the last 30 years. And now we're saving seeds from them. What I thought was cool about this pack is that it's compliments of the Compost Kids Club. So that's really cool. I'm going to check them out on Facebook and see who they are. But I'm really excited about the dandelion seeds. The Lover's Lunch Tomato. This is from the Connor Coop. If you haven't seen a Lover's Lunch tomato, they are beautiful tomatoes, and I've got some seeds. The rules of the swap is you have to share at least 10 seeds, and so it doesn't look like a lot, but there's plenty in there. And to buy 25 seeds from Johnny's Seeds, heirloom seeds from Johnny's Seeds, would cost about $4.95 to do that. So I got these just by swapping out my seeds and paying a small fee for shipping and handling of all of these seeds. Here is a slow bolt arugula, and I'm happy about that because it gets so hot down here. And so lettuce and arugula and coriander, all of those bolt really fast. So this is a slow bolt arugula. This is a tomato mix. This is from the Querencia farm in New Mexico. I followed them on Instagram too. And it is a mix of a different seeds from many parents helping with drought, pests, and disease. They include Brad's Atomic, Ramel Yellow, Purple Cherokee, Yellow Bumblebee, and Pink Boar. This is a tomato mix. And I am growing the bumblebees in my seeds this year. I've got those growing on the rack right now. So some of those bumblebees are in here, and it'll be interesting to see how the others turn out. Green zebra tomatoes. I had to look this one up. It's a real pretty tomato. I think this will make a really nice fried green tomato. So I'm looking forward to planting one of these. I'll plant a couple of these seeds and see how they do. But I have 120 tomato plants right now, so I really don't need many more tomato plants. So we'll see how that goes. Baker Creek is one of the sponsors of the seed swap, and this is an agastache. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm pretty sure it is a edible flower of some sort. Raspberry colored flowers. Has to be edible. I'm sure that it is. We'll check it out and see. But Baker Creek is a great place to find a lot of heirloom seeds, unique seeds that you ordinarily wouldn't find anywhere else except for Baker Creek. I think I was excited the most about this one here, the Texas Golden Watermelon. I love a yellow watermelon, and it's been years since I've had a yellow watermelon, so I'm looking forward to planting these guys right here and seeing if I can have a watermelon harvest this year. Here's something else that you wouldn't think that we would, excuse me, have seeds for, but this is the New Zealand white clover. And this is just the clover that people kill in their yards. But you know what's great about that clover is that the bees love it. And it's a good ground cover too. So the New Zealand white clover is a really pretty little flower that we've been killing for years. So there's thousands of seeds in this packet. I don't know where I'm going to put this, if I'm even going to start it this year, but it was an interesting seed to receive. Here is some broccoli, Calabrese green sprouting broccoli. What's interesting is some people go the extra mile to package up their seeds, even with a wax seal. This is so pretty. Another big packet of seeds is the crimson clover. And again, these are what people would consider weeds, but they're excellent ground cover. I'd rather have this than grass. I'd rather see flowering clover any day over a well-manicured lawn because it feeds the bees. And everybody knows a good clover honey is very, very tasty. Sweet peas. Who doesn't love some sweet peas? They are just precious little flowers. The yellow cherry tomato. I grew a white currant tomato, which is similar to this yellow cherry tomato. It'll be interesting to see if they have a similar flavor. This was really cool, a broom corn. So I'm looking forward to trying broom corn. I don't really grow a lot of corn just because it takes up a lot of space in the garden. And I live right down the road from some farmers, and it's just as easy for me to ride up the road and get a bushel of corn rather than take up valuable garden space to grow corn. But this looks really cool. It's broom corn, and I think I'm going to try it along with the glass gem corn, which is really, really pretty. This is American flag leek. And it is for zone 6 or cooler, so I don't think that's going to work for me. I'm in zone 8B. I think they've even moved us up to 9A. So this will probably go back to a swap, or I'll give this to a family member who lives a little further up north. A green acre cabbage. I don't eat cabbage, so I don't know that my garden is going to see any cabbage this year either. Orange cosmos. I love cosmos. And so these are beautiful orange cosmos. I can't wait to get those seeds started. Vintage gold colossia. And you can see in here, there's just a little handful of seeds. There might be 15 seeds in this pack, but it's just enough to start a couple of rows and then harvest seeds from those plants for next year if it was something that you really enjoyed. That's the joy of a seed swap. Triple berry scabosia. Never heard of it. Never heard of it, but I'm looking forward to it. Here is some heirloom thyme. I do need to grow some thyme. I hear that thyme likes a shady spot, and I'm going to put my herbs in the shady spot in my garden this year, so I'm glad I got the thyme. Midnight hollyhocks. These are gorgeous. I haven't thought of growing hollyhocks in a while just because they need full sun. And I don't have a place, and they get really tall, and I don't know where I'm going to put them. I don't really have a place picked out for them, but I do want to try these. One thing I noticed is I don't see a lot of sunflower seeds. Last year, I raked up on the sunflower seeds, and I only have one pack of sunflower seeds this year, and it is this little flower right here, the chocolate cherry sunflower. So that's going to be fun to grow. I did save some of the seeds from last year, so I do have other sunflower seeds to grow. So maybe I'll have some sunflower seeds that I can save from those flowers this year. Dr. Witchy's yellow tomato. 1,500-year-old cave beans. These look like cows, like a cow print bean. But this is supposed to be a really, really old bean. The Kenzie safflower. And again, some of these I've never heard of. I have heard of safflower. Oh, I don't know why I'm struggling to say that word, safflower. But it's going to be fun to try. Field peas and oat mix. This requires a big field, it looks like. I just have raised garden beds, so I'm not sure how I'm going to grow this. If I'm going to grow it, it'll be fun to try if I do. Cilantro and coriander. Now, is this cilantro / coriander? That's because some people think they're the same. According to Wikipedia, they're not the same. So I'm going to post a picture up here of coriander versus cilantro and maybe the differences in the two. Pretty sure it has to do with taste. Parsley, again, for that shade herb garden. Large kettle gourds. These seeds are so unique. They're huge, like sunflower seeds. But this looks like this is going to be a lot of fun to try. Large kettle gourds. It's what people make those little birdhouses out of, right? Spoon tomatoes. They're like bite-sized tomatoes, like Skittles or M&Ms. You can just pick up a handful. They're that little. Spoon tomatoes. And again, in these seed swaps, they're not swapping a lot of seeds. It's just enough seeds to get you started. Again, you may never think of growing these things, but if you have a few seeds, you can start a few plants and see if it's something that you would like to grow. That's what I like about a seed swap. Oilseed radish cover crop. So I'm going to have to investigate this a little bit. Seems like I could use a cover crop in the wintertime when I'm not really gardening that much and add some more nitrogen back to the soil. So I'm going to do a little research on this and see if I can plant these in the fall as my cover crop. Here is some red Savina peppers. I wonder if those are hot. Savina was bred to be larger, hotter, and heavier than a traditional habanero. Wow, 250,000 Scoville heat units. I'm guessing that's pretty hot. And this cute little baby right here is strawberry popcorn. And again, you see there's not a lot of seeds there. We're not trying to grow a whole field of these items. We're just swapping seeds so that people can try different seeds. of different varieties to see if it's something that you would like to try in the future. So I am so excited about all these seeds. It makes me happy to think about planting these. I'm going to try to get some planting done. I need to run out to the Baldwin County landfill this weekend, pick up a load of compost, sift that out so that I have some really fine, what I would call black gold, so I can start repotting my tomatoes into some 6-inch pots and then starting some new seeds under these lights. I'm going to try something different this year. I think it was trending last year, but I saw it on a Facebook reel, and it's the seed snail. So look for an upcoming video on how to plant seed snails. I'm going to be doing that with some of these seeds. In addition, I have a 4x8 trailer that has raised sides on it. And I've ordered a little greenhouse, a little small 4x8 greenhouse that I'm going to put and mount on top of that trailer. And that's where I'm going to move my tomato and pepper plants once I get them repotted into their 6-inch pots. So I'm going to create like a portable greenhouse with that little trailer that I can just move it around the yard where I need it to be, move it to a sunny spot, move it next to the house when I need to add some heat, because we're not out of the woods yet. It is still the end of February, and we still have until mid-March on that last frost. Now, I am really hoping that we do not get any colder than what we have been recently, but if we do, I'm going to be prepared, and I'm going to have a heater and some heat mats ready to go for my tomatoes as they're acclimating to the outside, especially with their little heated greenhouse. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. I just have to free up some space so that I can plant some more seeds. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please come back and check out my rolling greenhouse and the seed snail videos in the next couple of weeks. And I'll see you next time.